the house. So you'd go to pour something to drink, and all these breadcrumbs would come running in from your Kool-Aid.
You know, I'll tell you what, Kathy. I'm kind of bringing a smile to my face thinking of these things about Mark. And first of all, I really appreciate the updates you've been given through Facebook. When we see, I mean, Mark has a lot of love in the fishing community, and that's
absolutely,
and that wasn't always because of his fishing prowess. It was because people love Mark, and Mark. Was one to always, I've known him for a long time. He always helped people. He's always cared about people. Mark's had a great heart and just bouncing ideas off of him. Just a really amazing guy who is hilarious. Is one of the things that when you said he has quick wit, I mean, that's an understatement.
Boy, no kidding.
He's sharp but just always has cared about people. And you never really realize until something like this happens how much love there is for a guy and how many people Mark would talk to on a daily basis. When someone
I'll tell you, Daniel, the outpouring from the fishing community has just been overwhelming.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And somebody said, I said, yeah, I just talked to Mark, a couple days ago. And everyone's like, well, I talked to him a couple days ago too. And you hear that about 100 more times, and I'm like, how many people did Mark talk to a couple of days ago?
That's what we say. There's telephone, telegraph, or telemark.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. And I've been inundated from the fishing community. Just the love and the support and the messages that I've received is definitely been overwhelming. You don't realize, at the end of the day, he's just my big brother. You don't realize how many big brothers he is to so many other people.
Yeah. Well, you have all of our support. So, as always, as we've talked over the past week, if there's anything you need, anything Mark needs, anything the family needs, we are here for you.
Absolutely, and I know that because you tell me that every day you speak to me, so I know that.
All right. At post radio show, I'm going to come out there and get in your face, and I'm bringing the Pop-Tarts. I got to get these Pop-Tarts out of here.
Okay, we'll get the Pop-Tarts.
All right, Kathy, I appreciate you chiming in and give Mark our best. Kathy Townsend, ladies and gentlemen, a report on Brother Mark. And there you have it. Daniel, you hit some things on the head that I'm still reeling about, the outpouring from the community. And it's not just local stuff. It's, California, Missouri, Texas, on and on and on. The phone calls that are just, wow.
Yeah, well, people on the radio probably don't even know or don't realize some of the things that Mark's done, and he was never one to look for credit for it. But I remember
we try to keep some of those things really quiet,
right? But Mark was probably arguably maybe the best garage floor guy there's ever been.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Mark, COVID hit. He's like, let me find a good healthcare worker, and he's found a nurse that could use it, and he wanted to put a brand new floor in her garage for free. Didn't charge her a penny, and he's done that a number of times.
Yep.
And just he's like I said, he's always cared about people. He's given back to kids, to the fishing community.
Absolutely.
It hasn't been just in our particular niche. It has been across the board. Mark's a good human being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You picked up on some of the things that Mark does and says, and what occurs to me is always picking on Aaron Martin for being sort of autistic and outside the box, and you never know what he's thinking. Mark was the same way.
It's quirky. That's why we love him.
We're in depth discussion on fishing a technique, and we've got baits all over the table down at 1100 on 3rd and Virginia. And Mark gets this puzzled look on his face. I go, I'm thinking this is going to be something really profound. I go, this ought to be good. I go, so what's up, Mark? He goes, do you ever wonder why we drive on the parkway and park in the driveway? Where did that come from? He goes, oh, I was just thinking about that. I go, what about the baits? He goes, oh, yeah, those, okay, yeah. So, that was the kind of thing. I mean, we'll be walking down this path, and pretty soon he's turning left, going way over here. I go, wait, come back on the. Come on, Mark, come on.
Well, there's also an awful lot of people that don't realize Mark's reach out into the national fishing community. When we've had discussions about Ish, we've had discussions about Byron and things like that, and the people that he's known from the early portion of getting into fishing and what he was doing. So there's a lot of love out there for him. Awful lot of love.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know. It's just he's made such a major impact, to the people that he knows, and we've got a tight knit community.
Mm-hmm.
Small, not really. It's pretty huge, overall. So.
Well, even in a community of competition, there's an awful lot of camaraderie and respect and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, you have to have it.
It is good stuff.
And Mark was part of that catalyst bringing it back. It got pretty crappy there for a while, but Mark was working on the camaraderie part. You guys did a great job. Daniel's certainly a spokesman for the industry, and Delaney, and we're just blessed to have all these good friends. Anyway, that said, we're going to flip into a break. When we come back, we'll continue.